Last month, he launched a $40 billion bailout for Argentina. $40 billion. We didn't vote for $40 billion. He just announced it. He started construction on a grand new ballroom for his billionaire buddies at the White House, insisting it won't cost the taxpayers any money at all. And he bought 2 new private jets for Kristi Noem, the Secretary of DHS. And last week, he threw himself a lavish Great Gatsby-themed Halloween party at Mar-a-Lago. Voters are fed up, and they showed it last Tuesday. As the president lives like a king, Americans are rejecting Republicans who show more interest in fawning over the president than lowering the cost of living.
Our troops, our law enforcement officers, so many essential government employees are still working without pay because the Democrats will not vote to open this government, and my Democratic colleagues are still getting their paychecks. And it's far past time to end this. Maybe if my Democratic colleagues weren't getting paid, or maybe if we posted on the Senate website that they could go to food banks and food sharing organizations and public institutions to get food, they might think twice about voting no on reopening this government. Voting no 14 times just to continue the funding that we spent last year. I've committed to donating my own paycheck during the shutdown to a crisis center back in Florida. And I'm glad to know there are others that have committed to donating their pay during this time to help others. The American people did not send us here to let the government shut down and stop working. And our colleagues that are forcing this upon the American people and on our workers do so against the will of the people, against those that put them in office, against the wishes of even workers' groups that have historically supported Democratic candidates. We were sent here to do important work and govern in good faith on behalf of the people. Americans should be furious at the display of recklessness with their country. I understand the president's frustration. I understand our leaders' frustration. I am livid. I've been here 10 months. It is no wonder people across America hate D.C. We have much work to do to make this country stronger and safer. So I urge my colleagues to end this shutdown. Stay here until we get it done. Stay here until we pass the clean continuing resolution so we can continue the people's work. And while we're at it, let's pass legislation to make sure this cannot happen again. We could start with the No Budget, No Pay Act, meaning none of us here in Congress get paid unless we pass a budget and fund the government. That's common sense. Senators and representatives shouldn't be paid until Congress does its base level job. We should also pass legislation to make sure that those in Congress don't leave D.C. until we deliver. We owe it to the American people to ensure the government remains open, and we should not have another shutdown period. 37 days of chaos, uncertainty, and dysfunction is a disservice to the Americans we are here to represent, and this must end.